Okay, so I think having the goal, or having a goal or a solid goal, is literally more important than the work itself. Like, why even, work towards something if you're not sure exactly what it is? You know what I mean? Like, you should definitely have a set goal in mind, like an end goal. Like, what do you want to be, by the time you're 70 or whatever it is by the time you're a certain age. And you should definitely, take that, goal mindset, or like that, whatever you're writing down, you should take that and literally, like, deconstruct it, like, literally reverse engineer it. Like, let's pretend you want to be a great rapper, a great producer. Then you have to reverse engineer how to be a great producer, rapper. Like, from the top from the bottom, you have to, like, totally see how that works. Like, you have to totally visualize yourself, and you have to put in the work. You have to, what do you want to do every day? Do you want 1,000 songs by the time you're 70? Do you want 100,000 songs? What is your goal? Like, what is the main goal? Like, you can't just be like, I want to make music. That doesn't work. You can't do that. Like, it does work fine, but, like, you're not going to get as much done as you could be because you're not having a goal set in motion. And, like, this trickles down from the years to the months to the days to the hours to the seconds to the minutes and all other forms of time. Like, if me right here, I'm planning out my day to podcast. You know what I mean? And I'm making time for it. That way, I know it's done. I know it's finished, and I gave it its own time slot. I planned for it, so I had the goal of finishing it by whatever this time. So this comes down, and again, this is definitely like a habit thing. Once you do get in the habit of like setting these strong goals for yourself, like if you start from the top, let's say you want to be the next great among greats of all the rappers, whatever. You want to sit among the greats on a poster, and you want to be recognized as one of the best rappers that ever lived. Okay, cool, that's fine. But to do that, you need to take that end goal by the time, however age you want to hit that, maybe around 45, whatever. Kanye West is about 41, and hit that, and you have to reverse engineer that from day one. So, like, or from from 45. So, from 45 and down, what are you going to have to do every single year, every single month, every single day to get you there? You know what I mean? What are you going to do every single day that's going to build very slowly and surely, every month, and then every year, and then, every decade, your reputation until you hit that age? What is going to do that? You have to plan out a goal, whether that's 1 song a week, whether that's 3 songs a week, 5 songs a week, whatever your standard is, whatever, how many YouTube videos you put out on YouTube, how many podcasts you make. You really need to take into account what's your goal by the time you get to where you want to be. And you have to keep that in mind, because a lot of people want to be places, but they don't want to, take the plan to, or the practicality to go do so. So you have to really, prioritize your goals. Just make sure that you have the end goal in mind all the time, and make sure you're building towards that end goal all the time. That way, you have something to work. You know what you're doing with your work. You know where you're going with your work. You know why you're doing your work. And most off, you'll feel like you're completing something, and it'll feel so, good. And then you'll get this habit thing where you keep doing it, and then your brain rewards you because it's positive feedback that you're finishing these tasks. And then, every day just gets better and better, and people just, egg you on for doing it, and it's awesome, and it feels really good. And it's amazing to just stick to your own goals and to get them done. And it's probably the biggest thing in life with most people, to, get the things they want to do in life done. And I think that really, really, need to take in account, the goal thing. Like, you learn this in school. You learn that, you're the kindergartner, you are literally taught this, to set a goal for the day, do one of them, or whatever. And that's okay. And you're finished. And then, like, an end of the year goal. Or, like, when you're in school, have you ever seen the, like, what do I want to do better this year? My goals, and write them down? Like, I used to have these planners where you're like, oh, and, like, school, like, it kind of, like, it definitely tried to bring that onto you early, or at least someone did. The education system, I guess. I mean, I don't like literally hate the education system, and I like don't go to school, trust that. But other than that, definitely set goals. Like, it is very important if you want to be someone huge, if you want to be the next artist, if you want to be the next music producer, if you want to be the next music video, all time, then you have to set goals. You have to set goals for yourself. You have to stand to those goals, and you have to, reward yourself when you finish those goals. That way, you have more motivation to do so, and you're not just kind of like, I got to do my work. Even though you should love your work, but it's always hard to find motivation at some times, which is just natural. So you should definitely reward yourself for your goals. And I think you should take a list, write it down. It could be on your phone. Make a general, very, very general goal of where you want to be when you're a lot older. Maybe you want to be the best rapper ever. You want to be the best producer ever. That's okay. Write that down. Write it down, and then start backtracking. Go decades. What do you have to do in that decade? Maybe that's a little too much. Like, that might be too much, too vague. Let's go years. Let's go straight to year. What do you have to do every year to keep you where you want to be in your end goal? You might have to, work that whole year and not take a vacation. You might have to, plan out your... And this is why it comes down to every day. Because you're going to have to plan out your months, which lead into years, which lead into your end goal. So you're going to have to plan out your months and then your days. So maybe today you're going to do a song. Maybe tomorrow you're going to make a beat. And maybe the next day you're going to mix them. And then maybe after that you're going to post it. And maybe after that you're going to do a couple brush ups and check overs and whatever and make sure it's solid. So you might do a beat a week. Or a song a week, or whatever you do a week. And that might be your goal for the month, for you to achieve, 4 songs in a month. And then for you to do, however that is, 12 times 4 is what, 48. And you have 48 songs a year times 10. It's 448 songs, in 10 years, which doesn't sound like too many, to be honest. So, definitely work harder, plan your goals, plan your life, and just make sure you know where you're going. So, thank you for listening. We're gonna have more people, talk about what we think about all this stuff. So, thank you for listening. If you got anything from this, just please, comment, tell me, shoot me a DM, shoot me anything. I'd love to talk. So, please, if you want to, be featured on here and you have a 2 cents on what I think. But I think the end goal is very, very, very important. So, thank you for listening. Peace.